All right, good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started today. Anything that to lead off from practice today before we get started with questions?
No, just good to get back on the practice field. With the schedule off day for voting yesterday, it's good to be back on the football field with the guys. Our players that were injured are getting better. Our players that we don't have anything to report as far as quarantine players or any of that right now. Just Minnesota is occupying all of our time. Beat us up last year. Take your question.
All right, we'll lead off with Bob Osmussen. Go ahead, Bob.
Coach, with the guys that got put in the lineup last week, how much better off are they this week having full week of practice? Just tell me what the dynamics are there.
Bob, practice is important, and you perform better when you had a chance to practice. More you practice, the better I think you play. So last week there was a surprise. This week, we know the situation. Guys know what their role hopefully will be. So it helps quite a bit. Again, every rep you get, seem like you're more comfortable doing what you're supposed to do. And that's definitely been the case with all those guys.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Hey, Jeremy, you're up. And then Matt Stevens on deck, and then Shannon in the hole.
Morning, Lovie. I'm just wondering, what's your confidence level in Caleb Griffin as your kicker, and what have you seen from him the last couple of years?
It's the reason why we put him on scholarship. He had options. He's a good athlete, does an awful lot, has waited patiently for his opportunity. So my confidence level is high on whatever we would ask him to do. We need him to step up now and kick until James is ready to go. And I thought he did a good job Saturday with this first action, and he'll be ready if we call upon him this week.
Obviously, he probably wanted to win the job right away last year. How have you seen him respond to that kind of competition with James and waiting for his turn?
Well, he has been waiting patiently, but while he's been competing daily, is what we've seen. So it's not like it was a big shock and Kyle, I got a kick now. No, he prepares that way. If you ever been to one of our practice, he is definitely involved and locked in tune to everything that's going on. And so again, the confidence level with him is really, really high.
Thanks, Lovie.
You're welcome.
Hi, Lovie. You and your players put a lot of effort and thought into voting. I'm just wondering if there was time today, if you guys had any conversations. I know it's still ongoing, but I know a lot of young people have talked about the anxiety with this election too. Just wondering, what maybe conversations you guys had or even what you overheard or the feeling surrounding that, given the efforts you guys put in on that.
Well, Shannon, we have put a lot into getting to yesterday. All I know is that all of our players either voted or let me know why they didn't vote. And then from there, the ones like me who did vote, we paid attention to what was going on. We followed the polls. Last night, I was up a little bit later last night, following as much as I possibly could. Then I came in this morning and I don't know where we are. I don't know if we have a president yet or anything. And I would say the players are the same. Our morning starts at 5 a.m. So I don't know what's going on right now, but we have time now to find out.
How late were you up?
Late, or I should say early.
Yeah. And do you have any feelings about your own, your own feelings? I don't want to say anxiety is probably too strong for somebody as steady as you are emotionally, I think, but just you've shared, you feel pretty strongly about this election.
Yes, nothing has changed. I've let anyone that's asked me, I've told them that I voted for the Biden-Harris ticket. A lot has gone into that, but I believe in the voting system that we have in place, and I'm anxious to see who our next president vice president will be.
Thanks a lot.
Well,
All right, go ahead, Matt Stevens and Scott Ritchie on deck.
Lovie, is there a injury or a health situation with Tyreek Barnes, or has he been good to go this entire time?
it's good to go.
Okay. Just after his performance against Wisconsin, just what have you seen from him in practice that when a player gets that kind of playing time and kind of is able to maybe take another step in his development? And is he just kind of in a tough spot because he's behind an all Big Ten linebacker and Jake Hansen on the depth chart?
Yeah, but what I've seen from him is I think whenever you get a chance to play, when you're a backup player and you play well, you can't wait to go back to practice and wait patiently for that next opportunity. And as coaches now, we've seen what he's able to do. And there's nothing wrong with waiting. He's got, a lot of years to play, and he could be, of course, be called upon in an instant. But what we've seen this week is, if you know Tyreek Barnes, he's like that. I mean, he comes to work each day, ready to go, and that's what we've seen this week.
Now, the follow-up to that is on the other side of the ball. Have you seen that out of Quran, that you almost get a new player that kind of has that kind of energy and excitement about getting that time on the field and now is in a new stage of his development?
Yes, Karan had confidence in himself last week, if you've been around Karan, and he has more this week. The same situation. It's one thing to have confidence in yourself, but until you actually do it on the football field, that helps you an awful lot. And I just know who I thought we would see this week. It's who we've seen. And he gave us a chance last week, and preparation does an awful lot, especially at the quarterback position, at all positions. So if called upon this week, he'll be ready to go.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Okay, Scott Ritchie, Joey Wagner, you're on deck.
Morning, Lovie. If you could pinpoint out what's been maybe behind your defense's early success in stopping the run through these first two games.
I don't know. There's been a commitment to the run, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to stop the run. You have to stop the run first, and of course make teams pass the football and then be able to defend the pass. Most of our focus has been on not being able to play the pass as well as we need to. So it's just about discipline. We believe in our system. We need to play it better, and we plan on playing the run and pass better this week. We'll have to be able to do that.
So as a follow-up to that, what type of challenge does Mohamed Ibrahim present for Minnesota? Because they go to him quite a bit.
Well, we don't have to wonder if he's going to get the ball, and I have to wonder, well, are they going to start? They're going to all of a sudden become a passing team and he not touch the football. But he has great balance, vision. He's got good quickness, size, just a real good football player, great instincts of the running back with that big offensive line in front of him and the commitment to the run that they have. I mean, it's a challenge. He's gotten yards against anyone, so we'll need to be on top of our game this week.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Joey Wagner and Bob Rosenthal on deck.
Good morning, Lovie. We've seen Brian Hightower had a nice game on Saturday, had a nice catch against Wisconsin. How have you seen him settle into the offense, and what did you like about him to get him here?
Well, first off, he's a pro. I'm talking about at his position. He's serious about doing his job. He's a disciplined player, works extremely hard, came here with a purpose. So it doesn't surprise me when he gets in the football game. It's not like I'm not going to be shocked at how he plays because I see how he practices each day. Loved getting to know him, when we were recruiting him to come here. And again, looking for him to have even a bigger game this week.
And follow up, I guess, different night, suppose. Marquez Beeson, a couple games. What have you seen out of him? And is there another step you would like to see hhim to take? And what is that?
Marquez has a couple more steps that he will take. I mean, when you're coming off a serious injury like that, he's had other issues with it a little bit. Not quite there physically yet, but we've been getting him, reps, just trying to get him into the mix, and eventually he'll get more.
Thank you, Lovie.
Welcome.
All right, Robert, you're up, and then that may wrap it up with Coach today. We got players on deck.
Yeah, I was just curious if Karan has been getting the first team snaps all week. Is he named your starter? Are you monitoring Robinson's injury? Are you looking around? What's your status with a starting QB?
I don't talk about who's starting and who got reps. All our quarterbacks, our healthy quarterbacks, all getting reps, and we'll have a starter that'll come out on the football field this week. Later on in the week, Saturday, you'll see who we go with. But we kind of know who we're going with in the game, and can't wait to display that this weekend.
And this question actually might be more of a Kent question than a Lovie question. I'm not sure. I know you said you're not going to cover any positive cases and any updates on that. Will the next update be game time? Is the next update when the game is officially on? Is there any format for, I know there's some national questions about, does Illinois have more cases after 2 last week and such? When would that be addressed?
No, that we're not going to address any of that. Once we get to the game, of course, you'll see who's out there, but we don't have any new cases. I'll tell you that. I mean, we don't have new cases. So, and we'll get to the game and you'll see exactly who's available in. I think that's fair enough.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Coach.
See you
That's all.
later.
Thank you.